Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode on Skizzlecraft Season 2. We're starting out today up at our base. I've just been playing around, wandering over the mountain, annoying the goats, getting a couple of things done. I've been out to the desert again and stocked up on sandstone. Actually managed to get an ender chest from someone, so it made it a little bit easier. We got double of the amount. I've got some smooth sandstone going in here. It's been going for a while. I've still got a little bit left to do. And then we've got all this as well ready for building. So hopefully that'll be enough for the start today. Down building the boathouse that we laid out the foundation for last time. I do have a lot more resources for gathering. Hopefully we can do the detailing, the decorating of it today, but I think with the size of this castle that I'm going to be building, we might end up building sections and then detailing them later. I'm not quite sure how much time I'll have to do all of it. Need to avoid all these sections of powdered snow. But anyway, before I do anything, I need to get geared up. So that is what we're going to do today. Unfortunately, the end dragon fight has been done already on the server. I have been away all weekend visiting my family in England, so I couldn't make it to the dragon fight, unfortunately. But that means the end is open. And the resource world, our mining world for the end, whatever it's called, is open as well. By the looks of things, everyone has been going crazy for elytra, so it's unlikely we're going to find any elytra there. But I don't really want to jump into having elytra too much. The main thing I want is shulker boxes and gear. So I'm going to grab what diamonds I've got from here, which isn't actually that much. We do need to go mining at some point. I've got mostly diamond tools. I got given a little bit of iron armor from someone who went in trading that's a little bit better than just the plain ones I had. But I think we're going to go get all our tools enchanted up fully so they are, well, better than they are. We definitely need unbreaking on these two. I've got a couple of books. I think I'll go see if we can get some more sugarcane and make some more books, see if we can just get unbreaking. If not, we'll grab some stuff and head out to the trading hall. But we'll see if we can get some diamond armor. There is a enderman farm out there already, so that's where I'm going to head now and start stocking up on a little bit of gear, just to make things a lot easier before we start building. So we're slightly better off gear-wise now. As you can see, we've got a little bit of diamond armor. I only had 8 diamonds left, so I didn't bother doing my chest plate, since hopefully I'll have elytra soon. But we've got some okay armor. It's not perfect just yet. Once I've got some more emeralds and stuff, I'll go get some more books from the villager trading hall. But we have a good set of tools now. The only thing we need is to add efficiency 5 on them instead of 4. Decent axe, decent shovel, and a bow. So we've made a bow with infinity on that makes things a lot easier. So now we've got all that, I did go out and get some more sandstone. Let's just pick these blocks up if I can. I can't, never mind. So I've put some in here. I've still got quite a lot more up in the main storage room, but I've brought a little bit out here. Let's put that back in my inventory. And we're going to get started on this. I did bring some tuff as well, the tuff bricks for this. So hopefully what I've got in the chest now is going to be enough. I do need to get some slabs and stuff as well. But we'll do that as we go. I need to go back up and get the stone cutter anyway. So we're going to get started on building this now. So I think we'll jump straight into a time lapse. Okay, back to building. I did start building. I placed about 5 blocks and realised I hadn't gathered any of the end bricks, which I needed. So I headed out to the resource end world just to gather up some end blocks, end bricks and stuff. Luckily, I ran into an inn city quite quickly. It had been looted. It didn't even have a ship, so I wasn't looking for elytra. But as I went over to it, I noticed there was a handful of shulkers still around the place. So I did get myself a few shulker boxes. I think I've just got 2 here, and I've got 6 more up there. So that makes things a lot easier with resource gathering. It's not many, but it'll do for now. And I've got plenty of end bricks for now, and stone bricks. We'll just put those in here. Take a couple of these out and take everything we need. Let's get the smooth sandstone. Don't need that much. Some cut sandstone and normal sandstone. This is how far I got. These 5 blocks when I realised I needed the end bricks. So now we can actually get started. So that is how far we've got on the build. I need to go gather some more resources. I collected all this sandstone and didn't actually bring any normal sand back. So all glass I need for these sections I can't do just yet. I did just go down into the water and get 2 stacks out that is smelting now, but I don't think that's going to be enough. So I will need to head up to the desert again, unfortunately. Really far away, but never mind. I mean, I could just go around and get all the sand from the lake within my base area. Maybe that'll be enough for this one, and then I can go to the desert another time to get sand with lots and lots of shulker boxes. But this is looking good so far, and I think I'm going to take a little break from building just because the mining world that we have for the end, the resource end that we have for people to collect shulkers and elytra and things like that, that gets reset every couple of months. Because it's a new server, everyone kind of went crazy on gathering the stuff they needed, so they reset it already, which means there's a brand new end out there, which means it's full of... Where's my stairs? Which means it's full of elytra, hopefully. It was reset last night while I was asleep, so hopefully not too many people have been out and like drained the end of elytra. So I think I'm gonna grab my stuff now. We need some ender pearls and things like that, and head out to our resource end and see if we can get ourselves at least 1 pair of elytra. 2 would be good just in case we do lose one. But I think we're gonna go head out and do a little bit of end city raiding. I am getting more and more frustrated wandering around this end. As you can see by the coordinates, I'm now 5,000 blocks and 3,500 blocks away from 0, 0. I've been pillaring and pillaring, making bridges. I found 1 end city, and it was a tiny little hut with a pillar, and it was raided. It was completely empty. I finally reached the world border, and that's the only end city I found until now. I'm tempted to jump into the void right now. how this is looking. That is the main part of the building all done now. Yes, it looks a little bit silly. It's floating on water. We've got a lot of terraforming to do. This will eventually go down to the seafloor. We need to make it look like it's actually supported, although, you know, magic. And then this is eventually going to be pulled out into the mountains. So we've got a lot of terraforming to do here and a bit on the other side and in this section over here. Let's head over there now, which is what I'm going to start with right now. Now, I've been gathering some leaves and lots of grass and dirt so we can start a little bit of terraforming, and I think I'm going to start with this section today. Eventually this whole mountain's got to be changed because obviously it's not the right shape for what I've got planned, and this is going to be, well, kind of dragged out and joined to here, same on the other side. But the first thing I'm going to do is this little section where it just looks odd and open, because this is actually goes up the mountain, it slopes in a hill with the stairs kind of the same height, and the stairs when I'm done will zigzag all the way up to this corner up here. So there's going to be a lot of changes, well, on the whole mountain, but this section especially, and I've brought some dirt and leaves and grass for now. More than enough to do this little section. There will be other things in. I'm going to be adding some moss and mycelium and other things to the terraforming, but that'll be done at a later date. Right now I need the shape doing here and maybe just a little bit around the outside with some bushes and stuff like that, so I think we'll get that done now. Have you ever built something and then realised you built the whole thing one block too high? Yeah, that's the problem I've got right now. So let's get round here. I've just finished doing this. Still need to put some grass on. I've just been up and get some shears just to decorate this a little bit more. I was just adding these bits in and realised when I was looking here that this block is supposed to be level with the water, not one block above the water, like that. Which means, oops, I'm going to go raise the whole lake by one block. So let's get going. Now that most of it's done, I'm going to go down and light it up and we can see how it goes. I just needed to run up and get some more torches. I only had a handful and the whole thing's, well, it's not spawn proof yet. Might as well light up my stairs on the way down because I'm quite regularly coming up and down this thing with, well, when it's night time. I've been shot off a couple of times by skeletons, which isn't the, you know, it's not the safest path. Although I'm probably still going to get shot by skeletons if I'm only lighting up directly next to it. But never mind. As you can see, we've got all this side done as well. I decided to raise the ground up to the right height on both sides of the path. I'm not connected this yet because I'm not quite sure whether this is going to go up just yet or directly across. So I'm just going to leave that space free, and the same on this side. I've kind of marked out where the slope's going to be, and then this eventually needs bringing round to here, but I need to figure out how I'm going to do that. So I might see if I can hide some torches so we have a bit of lighting inside some of this. I know you'll be able to see it a little bit, but I think it'll look better if we just have some lighting that's not completely visible. Maybe we can get one in there as well, like that, and then we can just fill this in. Now, I'm gonna be doing some lanterns and stuff on this, but for now I'm just gonna place torches. I was thinking of, I need to find a way to make a nice light that's not like massive. I don't know whether I'm just gonna use a wall or a fence or something anyway to light that up. But if we can get it lit up without it looking too bad right now, I think maybe we can do the same here and hide a torch in this bush. Oops, that was one of my grass. Okay, I've got torch there, and then we can fill this in again. And then when we get in here, I have an extra leaf that I didn't put back. There we go. And then I only had 2 torches in here, so I'm going to place them up. I might actually place them on this height instead of the next one up. Have I got scaffolding with me? Yes. If we remove these and go around and just place torches on this bottom block all the way around, hopefully that's low enough that it lights up this platform and we don't need to put anything else on it. And then these 2 sections we've got hanging here, I want lantern on the end of it, but I haven't made any lanterns yet. Lanterns I think I will leave until I have an iron farm, which we need to do at some point, but I also need to find where it's going to go. Why did I come up with this one? There we go. Torch. And then we have one here and one here. And hopefully that is lit up enough for this section. I do need to get the stairs. I forgot. I've got them with me. Yes. We need stairs down here. Although I might actually... I'm not sure whether I should make these sandstone instead of... I like the contrast. But I might actually make these into sandstone stairs instead. But I can come and change that later if I don't like it. So I tried playing with a few things on this, whether I wanted more sandstone, but I do like the accents with the darker blocks. So all of the solid blocks, or the majority of the solid blocks, are sandstone, and then the stairs and slabs and walls are all either tough bricks or different kinds of deep slate, which just gives a nice contrast, I think. But that is this part done. I do want to build some boats in here. I just need to figure out a design for that. 'Cause, you know, well, the boats that they sail with in the first Harry Potter movie, that's what I want to build in here. So I just need to figure out a design for that, because boats is not one of my strong points. Now this whole thing is complete, I think we will leave today's episode here. I've just curved this path around a bit, planning where the next section's going to go. So this obviously is just a straight drop to the water, but this is where the next step's going to be, and this is going to curve round in that direction a little bit before coming back on itself and going up again, and then up and then up and up and up and up, you know. We need to get all the way up to that section, so it's a big long staircase. But this is done for now, until we get to the point of terraforming. I've been up to the top up there and just added some lichen because it was spawnable. So now I've been around and checked, and I think this whole thing is spawn proof, which is good. I could add something decorative on this, but I'm not going to do anything until we've got the terraforming done, because if I add anything and then the terraforming makes it look too cluttered, I don't want to be having to remove stuff. But the whole thing is done now. The whole BoatHouse is ready for some boats to come in. I was thinking about the boat design, as I was saying before. I might actually put one in here and then build a few on the water as if they're sailing in, and use some armor stands. I'd have to see and get some things figured out. But I'm really happy with how this turned out. The only thing I'm missing is a couple of lanterns. But we're done for today, and I need to get away from building for a little bit. I need to get back to the end, because that end trip was stressful. It was embarrassing. It was annoying and frustrating and every other annoying thing. But now we're done with building. I think we need to find something else to do. I'm going to head out into the end, because that last end trip was so frustrating. Travelling, I think in total I went about 7,000 blocks, because I went all the way out to the borders and then ended up in the corner of the 2 borders and then carried on further before I kind of gave up and threw everything into an ender chest and jumped into the void. So yeah, that wasn't the best start to the day, start to the end raiding, I mean. So I'm going to see later on tonight if I can get a couple of people who want to go out together, see if we can get a couple of elytra. I know there is some other people that need the wings as well, so maybe we can go out together and see if we can find a couple of cities. I'll just have to go in a completely different direction than last time. Maybe we'll get lucky and we can borrow some wings from someone else so we can have a fly around until we find our own. Not quite sure just yet, we'll see how it goes later, but I will record that, but that'll be in the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like the build. Let me know what you think so far, because this is the style I am going with for the whole of the castle, with the sandstone walls and the darker roofs. So I'm hoping you like the way it looks. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like if you did like the video, and subscribe if you want to watch more of me on Skizzlecraft, and I'll see you all next time.